Well, the rain is not going away, Coach. In fact, it's beginning to actually pick up a bit more. But either way, we've got football from Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers.
Here we go, here we go. 60 or. Hey, orbit. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, check. Hey, Mike 52.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a run with McCaffrey.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, Alpha.
They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Being chased out left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Pollard. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 36, Wentz. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pollard going to try the right side. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
You go, Trey 15, X3.
Wentz to throw for it on fourth. And that is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Panthers will get the football back.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, McCaffrey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Come on, set. 8, read.
Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Get it.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Pollard, and he'll be taken down at the 34. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, watch the leg.
Hey, kill. Hey, kill. Hang in there.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Rock it.
Check 43.
Shoot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll run with McCaffrey. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This pass complete, Wentz to Ertz. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Wentz now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards that time. They'll go to Perine, try to pound it in. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tony Pollard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 38, Wentz looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. They'll run on first down. Pollard. And some room to maneuver. 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, You don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
He'll drop to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Run for Pollard, and he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, box truck, box truck. Check right 54, right 54.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3-and-out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
Fielded just inside the 20. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
That one goes for 30 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
On the double. Right here.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Bravo.
At the 26-yard line.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic.
Big Ripper.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the score. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Wentz now on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Now the ball comes loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
First down, and it's Pollard again. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score Eagles 17.
They'll run it here with Pirine. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Wentz now to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
60 Pittsburgh.
This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmaker.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky.
They'll run with Pollard. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And out of bounds right around the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Wentz going to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll drop the throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. It doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Panthers. The 30. 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
On 2nd down, Pollard fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Going to run again here with Pollard. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now P. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go. 180.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Great.
D-line, get that quarterback.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Here we go.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Philadelphia, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll